we wanted to give a very modest recognition to a few people who have worked with IPCRI, given of their time, given of their energy and their expertise. Believe me, the list could have been very, very long, and we had to choose a few select individuals. Some of them are here, some of them are not here. I have the pleasure of granting the certificate of recognition in recognition of exceptional, long-standing, and voluntary support to the Israel-Palestine Center for Research and Information, displaying a commitment to achieving a peaceful resolution to the Israeli-Palestinian conflict and working to foster understanding, respect, and peaceful coexistence based on mutual recognition of human and national rights. And our first awardee is Saman Khori, a member of our board, someone who's been working with me for a long time, a Jerusalemite, very active in working for peace for many years, one of the initiators of the Geneva Initiative as well.
Thank you. It's an honor.
Attorney Daniel Zeidman. Danny Zeidman has not only been IPCRI's pro bono lawyer for all these years, to which he's done a terrible job. He's
as well as you've done on IPCRI.
He's Mr. Jerusalem. Anyone who doesn't know Danny, you should know that if there's a person in the world who could be declared the person who knows more about Jerusalem than anyone else in the entire planet, it's this gentleman here. And he's always answered our call to come and participate in meetings to give us expert knowledge about Jerusalem. He's always available, and his knowledge and intelligence and his ability to speak has added tremendously to everything that we've ever done. And I'm sure in the day when Jerusalem is a city of peace, there'll be a big plaque in the city recognizing what he's done. Next, Walid Salem.
Oh, wow.
Walid is a civil society activist, a Democrat, someone who's been working for peace relentlessly for years and continues, is again one of these people who's always available, comes to every meeting we ask him to come to. His contribution is always intelligent and desirable, and we know he'll always be here. Walid is also one of these people you should know who comes from a background of the opposition. When he was a youngster, he was a member of the Popular Front. He was a member of the Popular Front and spent time in Israeli prison because he was a member of the Popular Front for the Liberation of Palestine.
In 1993, not today, okay? Which is a long time ago.
I'll mention their names. Robin White. Robin has been working with me since 1994. 94, he walked in the door one day and said he's here to work. He never asked for anything, never asked for money. He's been basically a volunteer the whole time he's been in IPCRI and continues to work and lead IPCRI's environmental work.
Well, thank you.
The other people aren't here, I'll make mention of who they are. Professor Hillel Shuval. When we started our water working group in 1989, anyone who had anything to do with water in Israel had some form of government contract, and they were told not to participate. They were threatened that if they participated in meetings with Palestinian water experts, they would lose their government contracts. At a time, we made a decision that IPCRI never cancels a meeting. If we have 2 people in the room, we hold a meeting. If we have 1 person in the room, we hold a meeting. And there were times when Hillel Shuval would be the only Israeli water expert who would come to the meeting because all of his colleagues were afraid. And he got on the phone, and he worked the turf, and he called them, and he brought them in. And in 1989, he proposed the first international Israeli-Palestinian conference on water that we held in Zurich, and several hundred people came to that. So Hillel has been one of these people who first proposed positions of water sharing between Israel and Palestine. He remains out there as a pioneer in the field of water peacemaking. Dr. Kurd left? Dr. Mara Kurd, who was with us, he left unfortunately. Dr. Kurd was one of the first of the 4 Palestinian negotiators in the secret talks in Oslo. He came back with Yasser Arafat to the Palestinian Authority. He helped to establish the Palestinian Ministry of Economy and Trade, and he's been participating in IPCRI meetings ever since. He was Deputy Minister of Economy and Trade, and he was one of these people who always took initiative to call on us to organize meetings whenever there was a problem on the economic level and the economic talks when they needed to resolve some issues that were going on in the economic relations between Israel and Palestine, and he definitely deserves our recognition as well. Also in the field of environment, the first Director General of the Palestinian Ministry of Environment, a leader and pioneer in the field, and someone we've had the pleasure of working with, Rob, and especially Dr. Mohammed Saeed Hamedi. Our former co-chairman of the board when Hannah and I were directors, who gave of their time and their name and their good spirit, Azam Shawa, who's originally from Gaza and is now living in Ramallah, the CEO of Bank Al-Quds, a very important Palestinian banking institution. And Rafi Ben-Beriski. Rafi, last month, received his PhD at the age of, how old is Rafi? 76. Rafi researched the history of economic cooperation in the region 5,000 years ago. Taking Akkadian documents, hieroglyphic scripts, and analyzing them and researching the trade relations and patterns of economic cooperation in this region 5,000 years ago. And believe me, nothing's changed. So those are the few people that we wanted to recognize.